We just led our dance company to a university down in the Bay Area, and it was the second time we've done this event. It is literally my favorite thing of the year, and I would do it all year long if I could. But it's basically, it was the Western Regional Conference, right, for dance departments, university dance departments. All the dance majors run over to a university and take 4 days straight of classes in sort of an intensive setting, and the professors from those universities come as well and teach those classes. So for the last 2 years, I've had the honor of teaching as well as a dance company director. And Jesus has been teaching me how to be sneaky and speak people's language and invite them into his presence without forcing it on them or like inviting them to church. He's so pressed it on my heart that every field, every aspect of life, he wants to bring his presence into. He wants people to encounter what peace is like, what goodness is like, what love especially is like, outside of the kind of worldly dog-eat-dog situation that we have grown up in culturally and that everyone is familiar with. And so the 2 classes I taught this year, one was called Loving Yourself Well, a dancer's first requirement, and the second was awareness of your spirit and movement. And last year, when I taught these classes, we had a ridiculous response, and I was blown away. Within the first 20 minutes of our very first class, I would say 75% of the dancers were completely wrecked in tears, and something was going on in their hearts, and it was really good. And we got so much feedback. Professors were coming up to me saying, "Are you Whitney? My student took your class and said it changed their life." People this year heard about it because of last year, and the classes were completely full. People were sneaking into the class. One girl said that she has, for the first time ever this previous year, struggled with anxiety, like really a ton, and she sought therapists and psychologists. Well, she said at the end of our class, she told one of my dancers, she said, "I've seen therapists all year, but like this last hour and a half is the first time I've actually fully felt free from anxiety. I don't even know what's happening. I feel full. I feel completely overflowing." And we had people coming up to us telling us this was probably the reason they came to the conference at all. It changed their life completely, left and right. Professors coming up to me saying, "Are you Whitney? Did you," and just I've been asked now to potentially go ahead and also teach it at universities nearby as faculty. So God has really put his favor here. I'm blown away. I am honored. Literally, again, this year, probably, I made everybody cry. And that's what they said. They literally told other people, "I'm signing up for that class with Whitney. I'm ready to cry." And not that it's all about crying, but there's something, it's like that cold, hard shell just falls off when you're in God's presence. And honestly, having been there last week, the thing I learned the most is that it's so easy to take for granted this life that we have when we know God. Sorry, I'm crying. And people are texting me, so I'm buzzing them away. I'm just very, very challenged to believe that God is, again, every single day better than I knew yesterday or the previous day. And I was so reminded, I feel so much like God's finger is on me in this area, and it's taken me a couple of years here, just being in the atmosphere, amidst their leadership here at Bethel, to really say, hey, I'm going to take charge in this calling, and I feel very, very specifically called to minister to dancers and artists, and God's doing it. It's exciting. There's momentum. We're running.